Hello friends, welcome to the channel. After we discussed about shortlisting about our CV in the last video, I wanted to make this as a series of videos wherein we discuss about all the different steps that are involved in finding a job in Germany. So as part of that series, in this video I would like to discuss about the first round, most of the times in Germany, the hiring manager interview round. I also would like to say that whatever the things that I am going to discuss here are purely based on my own experience. There could be little bit of changes here and there based on the type of company that you are going to attend the interview. The hiring manager round will be generally split into 4 different parts. That's what I have noticed in Germany. In fact, I got a chance to attend an interview in one of the FANG companies. Even in that company, the format was like this only. The first part will be mostly on the introduction. Mostly it will be a single person interview, but sometimes it is also possible that you may have more than one person in the hiring manager round. In my experience, in one of the companies, even the whole team was available in the first round of interview itself. How you are going to introduce yourself? You should not be like randomly starting on some point and randomly ending at some point. No, please don't do that. For example, I used to have a general template, something like this. I will start with my name. I used to speak about my education, and then I used to speak about my experience, and in the experience I will speak a little bit longer, like what are the different levels I have worked, like level 1, level 2, level 3, this type of different levels, and what kind of different domains that I have worked, e-commerce, supply chain, etc, etc, and what kind of different technical skills that I have worked. I would also include one more point which will be like my achievement, which is more relevant to this role. And finally, I used to finish it with my personal details, like whether I am married, I have a kid or not. Sometimes I also speak about my hobbies. We don't need to memorize, but we can have some template like this, and based on the company, based on the person whom you are speaking, you will need to change your template. You will need to share maximum possible information that will make you like a fit person for this role. The second part is more about you. This is where the hiring manager is going to say, good summary, Jagan. Now let's get into more questions. So the hiring manager might start asking questions about your experience, what kind of achievements you have done. Maybe there could be some general behavioral questions like what are your strengths, weaknesses, what is the one mistake that you have done in your past career, and what did you learn from it, when was the time that you had some kind of conflict with your manager and how did you sort it out. Here I am not going to discuss about all different questions. All I am suggesting here is one thing, the way how you are going to answer these questions. In past, I got a chance to read some materials from the Amazon interview preparation guide. So in that I came to know something about STAR method. So that's what I am also going to suggest you here. What does it mean? S stands for situation, T stands for task, A stands for action, and R stands for result. Let's say the hiring manager is asking something like this. Jagan, tell me, when was the last time that you found a problem in your team and you came up with a solution for that, and how that helped your team? Maybe I can say, in one of my past experiences in X company, there was a problem like this. The situation is, we had very less team and we had lot of work, and in between the onboarding of new joinees were taking more than 2.5 months of time. And the task what is expected out of our team is, we need to somehow speed up the onboarding process. The action what I did is, as I know most of the processes in my team, and also as I know that what are the important things that the new joinee needs to learn, I kind of modified the onboarding plan and I tried to make small self-learning modules just by doing some PPT automation. So I tried to add the relevant information in a PPT, and I also added some kind of voice background for that PPT, and I shared it with the new joinees. And what is the result that we have got? Instead of 2.5 months of onboarding, this self-learning module reduced almost 1 month of onboarding time. So this is a simple example that I am trying to quote here. But the context here is that you need to use the STAR method to clearly communicate what you have done and how it impacted your team's ability. You need to discuss I instead of we. You need to be very careful about it, because the hiring manager wants to know what is your contribution. In the example what I have discussed here, I did not complete it fully. I had to take some help from my senior to complete this one. So I need to say what is my part in this activity and how my part created some result for the team. This is what you need to highlight when you get this type of interview questions. Third part, more about the role. Maybe some hiring managers would skip this part, but most of the times I had this part in all my hiring manager interviews. So after they learnt more about you, they would discuss and explain about the role that you are applying for. These are the things that are not written in the job description. So what I would suggest in this part is to carefully listen to what the hiring manager is telling about the role and take notes about it. Because after the interview, you need to go through that and you will need to find out whether that role fits for you or not. Most of the times what we used to do as candidate, we used to try to impress the recruiter, trying to showcase that we are fit for that role, but we are missing out or we are failing to do the other way around. We also need to evaluate whether that role fits for us or not. Just for the sake of getting a job, we might say yes to everything and we might end up getting that job. But after joining there, if you don't like that role, it will become like complete waste of time, right? That's why we will need to evaluate whether that role fits for us or not. Fourth part, Q&A. Definitely you will have this Q&A part whenever you are having your hiring manager interview. If they are asking, do you have any questions? Please do not say no. If you have some questions even before the interview itself, it's nice, you can ask those questions. But if you did not get any questions about the role or about the company, you could ask what is the company's training and development plan generally, and then you can wind up the interview. Finally, some general tips. So this type of interview is not very uncommon in our home country as well. But in our home country, the first round used to be the HR round. After that only we used to have the hiring manager round. That's what at least I have noticed in most of my interviews. But here it's vice versa. So it is important to clear this to get into further HR round or technical rounds of interviews. Please keep a paper and pen whenever you are attending interviews. Most of the times if you are doing technical interviews, we used to have such stuff handy. But I would say even for the hiring manager interview, we should have it with us. Also, your printed resume next to you. That will be really helpful. It's a simple video with few new points and few other points which you are already aware of. Still, I wanted to make this video as a reminder one, wherein before you go to the interview, you can refresh yourself with these points what we discussed in this video. I hope this is helpful to you. If you think so, please like this video and share your feedback in the comments. If you think you are watching valuable content in this channel, then please subscribe to this channel and press the bell icon to receive the new videos every time I upload. And finally, thank you for watching this video. I will see you in my next video.